Hey guys, it's Mosha and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm doing a story time, another story time, because you guys seem to love these story times, and sooner or later I'm gonna run out of stories. So yeah, but I've still got a few more up my sleeves. So without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we do, can we get this video to 100 likes? Okay guys, okay, I know you're watching, just hit that like button, smash the like button, okay, because I'm gonna be making another one of this video, because I asked you guys on Instagram. I made a poll for you guys to choose which video you wanted. So between the toxic relationship and my Tinder date gone wrong, so you guys voted for toxic relationship, and that's what's coming today. So if you guys really want to see my other video, the Tinder date, then you're gonna need to give me that thumbs up so that I know that you're gonna watch the next video. So yeah, without talking too much, let's get into this video. I'll be sharing with you all about my toxic relationship that I experienced, and at the time I didn't realize it was toxic until I got out of it, until, you know, the relationship ended. And thank God it ended, okay, because yeah, it's one of them, you know, those relationships that you don't even see, and you make excuses for the person, you blame yourself for things that are happening, you know. So let me just rewind back, and let's start afresh. So I met this guy. How did I meet this guy? Okay, I don't like to give out too much information, because I don't want to really like expose that person, because obviously it's not fair. But obviously for you guys' entertainment, for my, you know, me telling you the story, I don't want to look like I'm, you know, fishing for attention, but I just want to make you guys aware of things to look out for in case you're experiencing that and you're not sure about it. So I want to be that person to point out those signs of being in a toxic relationship, and I had experienced it. So coming from somebody who's experienced it, it means you guys will listen. So anyway, I met this guy. Oh, first of all, I was talking to a friend of his. This is mad. Okay, this is mad. This is not what it looks like. It's not what it is. Okay, bear with me. I was talking to a friend of his. This friend of his was sort of interested in me, but he wasn't taking any steps to, like, you know, give me the title, like, you know, be my girlfriend or ask me out. He never asked me out. So we were just talking. We were in the talking stage. This guy had told me that he had broke up with his girlfriend, but he really didn't. I really know how to find these guys, don't I? This guy. But then I asked my friend who knew this guy, and she was like, no, this guy's still with his girlfriend. So anyway, I decided to be like, okay, whatever. So I'm not going to take this any further. Now, back to the guy who I was in a toxic relationship with. The guy that had a girlfriend rings me on Skype, and we're talking. It was like in the AMs, because I think they went out, they were drinking, and this guy calls me. I don't know why he rang me. Maybe he wanted to show me off to his friends, like, look, this is who I'm talking to. So I pick up, I answer in the middle of the night. By the way, don't do that again unless he's your man, then you can, you know, answer the calls at weird times. But if it's somebody you're just talking to, don't do that. So yeah, he calls me, and then, you know, we're talking. Hi, how are you? What's going on? What you guys been doing? He's asking me what I've been up to. I'm like, I'm sleeping, as you can see. You know, he's telling me, oh, we've just been out. So he decides, oh, you know, his friend is in the background. The person I got in a relationship with, the person is in the background, and then he says, oh, so, you know, say hi to her, talk to my friend, So he goes off. I don't know if he went to the toilet or something. So this guy comes on the Skype call, starts talking to me, and yeah, like, he's asking me all these questions, this guy was funny. I'm laughing, we're laughing. Before you know it, we're just like adding each other on Facebook. And yeah, I gave him my details, because the other person, I was just talking to him, and there was nothing really going on, even though I will tell you in a minute. Even though the other guy ended up being mad with me for getting with that other person because like he's his friend or something like that, but I'm like, mate, you were not, you know, you were not stepping up. And this guy came along, I liked him, he stepped up, and we got together. Like, what's your problem, you know? So so we decided to start talking on Messenger, you know, Facebook, that is. So we had conversations, and from there he was like, you know what, give me your number, let's chat on FaceTime. This was when FaceTime was exclusive to iPhone users. So he was like, let's chat on FaceTime. So we, you know, I gave him my number. We started talking on FaceTime, spoke for hours and hours. My guy can talk, but obviously I can talk too. So he's like, you know, two peas in a pod. We could both talk for hours. So anyway, we chatted, you know, things were going along. He asked me, when did he even, I don't even know if he asked me out, but anyway, I think he did. I can't remember. But he did. But you know, I was his girlfriend basically. But now that I look back, now that I've gotten to know this person way better than I knew back then, I'm just like, nigga. No, he was not, you know, he was my boyfriend, but then he was dating a few other girls at the same time as me. Okay, so I really do find these people, don't I? Yet again. So we're going out, and this guy, obviously, I don't know whether he's insecure, whether somebody cheated on him, or whether, not actually, somebody did cheat on him. So, and he used to talk about this ex-girlfriend of his. You know, he used to, this used to really, and like at first it was okay, like, you know, you all want to get to know about each other's exes and what happened and all that. And that's good, but this guy kept on repeating about his ex-girlfriend. He told me what she did to him, how she cheated on him, how she did this to him. So it's like he wasn't really over her, and it's like he was using me as therapy, like someone to really pour his heart out of how he was feeling and things like that. And he just, to me, at the point I was just like, okay. But then sometimes I would snap. I'm like, I really feel like I know this girl, because all you do is talk about her. You know, like, why do you keep talking about her when you're supposed to be here with me? Why do you keep talking about this person? So this guy, one, he was not over his ex-girlfriend, and he was in a relationship with me, and that...
Pause. I was part of a team.
And that is not good. You know, if somebody is still talking too much about their exes, then listen, my sister, run, because that person is not ready to be with you. They're not ready. They haven't let go of the past, and they're still dwelling, and they're using you as a rebound or a recovery, you know, period or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it, but just run. You know, if you find somebody mentioning their exes a lot, they're not over them. So that's what this guy was doing. He was talking about this girl forever. You know, I knew the girl before I even met her because of him telling me all their nice stories, how they used to do this. Like, how do you start telling your new girlfriend all the fun stuff that you were doing with your ex? Like, that doesn't make no sense whatsoever to me. It does not make sense. Like, how are you guys, I'm failing to able. Like, how do you talk about your ex-girlfriend 24/7? Like, we used to chat. I mean, we used to talk about other things. You know, I think I was in love. I don't know if I was in love. Maybe it was infatuation. So whenever, you know, this guy was insecure about my exes or my guy friends that I have. Like, I'm the type to have guy friends, okay? Like, I can have a guy friend and nothing goes on. But people don't believe that. I don't know why. Like, you can be friends with guys and it's okay. Like, we're not all, you know, they're not running a drain on us, okay? I do not allow that. Like, when I put you in the friend zone, that's it. You're not gonna cross that line. But I have those friends that I have never crossed that line with, and you know, it's cool. And he was just insecure about it. He's like, who's that? You know, every time, whenever somebody would ring me, he would be like, who you talking to? Who was that on the phone? Like, one time my cousin rang me, and you know, he's like, so who are you talking to? You know, sometimes, I'm sorry, Taser, to say this, but in our family we have like, you know, deep voices and all that. She knows what I'm saying. So sometimes we may sound a little bit like guyish when we talk. So my cousin rings me and I'm talking to her, and obviously I think she had just woken up and her voice was a little bit crusty. You know, and I'm talking to her. And then this guy's like, so who are you talking to? I'm like, that's my cousin. And he's like, everybody always says that, like, it's my cousin. And then before you know it, like, you know, they're guessing with their cousin, like, who says that? It just used to make me wonder. But obviously those things, I didn't see him as anything. I just used to laugh and move on. One time, you know, I was going out with my friend, and I was like, oh, you know, let me call my babe, let him know that I'm going out and all that stuff, you know, trying to be a good girlfriend and whatnot. So I call him, and then he's like, I'm telling him, like, oh, I'm about to go out, you know, with my friends, with my friend. We're just gonna go out, have a few drinks, and all that stuff. And you know, I call him, we're on FaceTime, we're talking, so he's like, let me see what you're wearing, okay? So I'm there showing him, like, what I'm wearing. So he didn't tell me, let me see what you're wearing so that he can admire me. No. He told me what I was wearing so he can measure up what's going on. So he calls me and he tells me that, oh, so you're going to, I don't know how to say this in English, but he said, I'll try and put some subtitles, but basically, like, I'm going to show off, like, with all the guys and all that. Like, I'm going to do prostitution. That's why he said, like, who you dressed up like that for? Are you going to do prostitution? You know, like, things like that. I'm like, what? But you know, because my friend was there, I was a little embarrassed. I'm like, why would you say something like that? Why would you think? And then he tells me, like, that dress. He didn't compliment me, but he told me I look like Shalamwana. You guys, if you don't know who Shalamwana is, just Google her, you'll find her. I mean, I'm not saying she's a bad person, but as a young person, I was like 20 or something at the time. As a young person, and someone tells me I look like Shalamwana. So he was literally bringing my little confidence that I had all the way to the ground. And that's what toxic men do. They always try and snip you off bit by bit. You know, they'll be chiseling you off bit by bit until you no longer have the confidence, and then you end up staying with them because you feel like you would never be able to get with anybody because they're the only ones who can love you the way you are. The way, if they tell you you're ugly, this guy can tell you you're ugly, and he'll tell you nobody else will love you like me, and then you end up staying because you're so insecure and you're so, like, down and you've got no confidence, and maybe they even start abusing you in the end. So guys, if you see any of these signs, somebody trying to speak to you in a way like that, you know, don't be taking that. Don't be taking that. Like, I mean, there's times for banter, like, and you can tell when people are laughing when it's jokes. You know, you're joking, like, oh, you look like this and this. That's fine with, you know, between your boyfriend, your best friend, you joke about those things. But when somebody is attacking you, like, purposely, you know, just so you lose all the happiness that you had in you during that time, you know, they just shatter everything. Okay. Yeah, so that night I went out. I wasn't really happy because this, you know, the person that I'm expecting to give me compliments or say, oh, you look so nice, you know, is the person who's bringing me all the way down into a ditch. That is not your boyfriend. That is some damaged person who needs help, okay? And that's who I was dating. So moving on. So another time that I remember, this guy, when he had another one of his episodes, like, he finally tells me that he loves me, okay? So he declares his love. He's like, you know what, I love you, And after saying that, I think maybe I said it back, I can't remember. I was too excited, like, woo. You know how girls, we get like so bloody excited. And then he tells me he loves me, but then he says, but don't grow wings. When someone tells you they love you and then they add a but, they just erase everything that they just said. So it's like, but, you know, like, I love you, but don't grow wings. So basically it's like, I don't know what he even meant by that, but it's like, don't grow wings. So it's like, you tell me you love me, but then you take it back. Like, what? I literally just did not, like, I saw that, he said that to me, and I'm like, I think I was there like, no, I wouldn't do that, you know me. But I think at the time I was so underconfident, and I would just let this guy talk to me anyhow. Like he would just, he would just say things, and I was just, I would just take it. But then looking back now, I'm thinking, hell to the no. Like, anybody talking to me like that? Like, are you mad? Are you mad? Are you mad? Like, I will tell you what time it is. I will tell you what time it is. You're not coming to me, talking to me about, you look like Shalamwana, I love you, but don't be growing any wings. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Anyway, let's go. And then, so, oh my god, this relationship was funny. Another time, how you see, it's a toxic guy. Your boyfriend should never ask you to be doing any of these things. I went out yet again. It was my cousin's birthday. Yay, we celebrate every year, okay? It was my cousin's birthday. I went out for a meal. So I got to the venue. And there were a few of her friends had arrived already. She hadn't arrived, and we were just sitting and just catching up. So he rings me yet again on FaceTime because he knew I was going out. And toxic boyfriends would never allow you to have a good time. Just bear that in mind. He rings me. He's like, "Where are you?" I'm out for my cousin's birthday. We're having a meal. So show me where you are. He called me on FaceTime, so just so he can see where I am. So he's like, show me around. He starts, show me around. Who does that? Why would you ask me to show you around? So that's like, he had lack of trust. He couldn't just take my word for when I said I am in a restaurant. No, he asked me to turn my camera around, to show him around, and there I was turning my camera around. Yeah, so this is that. So I'm like, listen, I'm gonna have to go because I'm being antisocial because I'm here with these other people and I can't sit and talk to you on the phone. So I'm like, he's like, okay, whatever, you don't want to talk to me, I'm like, but I can't talk to you right now. I'm with other people, and me being on the phone is just a bit rude. So, I told him I'll talk to you later, I'll talk to you tomorrow or something like that. Okay, so he hangs up the phone, he goes. We decided to go to, we decided to go, after we had our meal and drinks or whatever, we went to a club in, Leeds and that. There's this club and it's underground, so when you go in there is no signal whatsoever. So once you're in there, you can't receive any calls, there's no signal. But the thing is, he rang me during that time when I was underground. He calls me, and obviously with FaceTime, if you guys know, now that it's all over, it's on WhatsApp and everything, if you guys know how FaceTime works, you can ring somebody, the call will still go through regardless if they have signal or not, because it's internet, it's a it's Wi-Fi thingy or 4G. So he rang me, and obviously the thing was still ringing on his end, but my end, my phone was not ringing. I did not get no missed call, no nothing. So we decided to go to a different club, and when we went to a different club, when we got outside, I saw that he had tried to call me. I finally got a missed call because I now got my signal back. I saw the missed call on FaceTime from him. I tried calling him. He's like, don't call me. He starts insulting me on the phone, like, why wouldn't you answer it? Why are you not picking up my call? I've been calling you. It was ringing and ringing and ringing. And then he says to me that that apparently I rang him back, and then there was a voice note that said, oh, just forget about him. Like, motherfucker. Like, May, what are you smoking? Like, what were you on? What? Like, I don't even know where he got that from. I'm like, what guy? Like, what dude? What are you talking about? I'm just there like, now I'm the one trying to apologize. Like, oh, babe, come on, don't be like that. He's like, don't babe me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I was like, you know what? Don't ruin my night, because that's what he used to do. Every time I went out, he would try and call me and round me up and ruin my night, so I don't have a good time, just so I can go back to his miserable ass and, talk to him. That's a toxic guy. Stay away. Like, your boyfriend should allow you have a good time when you go out with your friends. People, vice versa. Like, we have to allow our partners, when they go out with their friends, that's their time. Leave them alone. Find something else to do. Get a hobby or something. Read a book. Heck, listen to your music, or go out with your friends too. But don't sit around at home waiting or thinking, what is she doing? making yourself go crazy because you're thinking, oh my god, what is she doing, because you don't trust her and you want to keep an eye on her and everything. Like, you can't control everything because this guy seems to be like a control freak. Okay, before this video gets too long, I'm gonna wrap it up, but I'm gonna tell you how this relationship ended and why you should stay away. Like I was saying, we have to allow our partners to have a good time whenever they go out, and just let them be. There's no point being with somebody if you're going to be constantly checking on them, if you're going to be constantly worried, like what are they up to, and they see another guy, and they what's going on, and you want to call, you want to see every movement that they're doing. Like, how do you have a good time when someone is constantly checking up on you? Like, are you my father? I mean, even your dad wouldn't do that when you go out. I'm sure they'd let you, you know, have a good time, like, you know, things like that. So now this is what happens. This is how we ended this relationship, okay? First of all, he tells me that his ex-girlfriend, this sounds like it seemed like a previous story that I did, but I swear down, it's a different case. It's a different case, but the same thing happened. Lucky me, right? So this guy tells me that his ex-girlfriend, she's pregnant and she's having his baby and all that. So he was so excited. He's like, oh my god, you know, I'm gonna be a father, da, 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 da. And then it's like he started, you know, pushing it in my face. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna move, because he used to live like out of England. He was like, you know, I'm not going to mention the town because obviously we don't want to expose anybody in case anyone knows who I'm talking about. The only people who know I'm talking about are the people that know this person and they know who I'm on about. So that's how it's going to say. But for the internet, for you guys, just enjoy and picture this guy, picture him, you know, picture this crazy guy that we're talking about. If he sees this video, hey, hey. So basically he tells me his ex-girlfriend, she's pregnant, but I think at the time, you know, the ex-girlfriend wasn't sure who the baby daddy was. I don't know if she didn't know. I think she didn't know. She was confused, so she told him it was his and told the other person it was his. So it was like, you know, he was excited, the other person was excited, and then he later finds out that it's actually not his child. So what happened was, he was like, oh, I'm moving, I'm moving back to England. And bear in mind, when I was seeing him, he was living like really far away, which would take about maybe 4 to 5 hours drive, you know, if you're driving from where I live. But yeah, so he lived really far, and I always seem to find myself in these long distance relationships for some reason. I don't know why. So he lived really far away, and he says he's moving back to England, and I'm like, okay. So he's like, oh, I won't have time for you because, you know, I'm moving back to England and that's where all my friends are, and I just feel like it's not gonna work, that this relationship is not gonna work. So he wanted to break up with me. So I'm like, oh no, I'm crying, I'm begging him, like, sis, let's talk about that for a minute. Why were you begging? Like, this man should have been gone. Like, the first time he was just acting all crazy, that's when I should have been like, hey, I'm out of here. But no, you know what, you hold on. You're like, I'm just gonna hold on a while longer. And I feel like, you know, I was like, oh, you know, I love you, da 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 da. And looking back now, I laugh at myself. I'm like, like, I can't believe I went through that. I can't believe that was me. I cannot believe how much, you know, I did not believe in myself, you know. And I was like, letting this guy talk to me anyhow. He's like, yeah, I'm moving back, I won't have time for you, da 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 da. So it's just best if we go our separate ways. So I'm like crying. I send him this long ass message, and I'm like, you know what, please, what did I do? You know, it's like I started blaming myself for everything. I'm like, what did I do? Is there anything I can do to fix this? I don't want to lose you, blah, 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 blah. I literally bawled my eyes out. I cried. But guess what? It was a blessing in disguise, because guess who's laughing now?
What's happening, baby?
Guess who's laughing now? But yeah, like, so he broke up with me. But you know what he said after he'd broken up with me, right? After he broke up with me, I cried and cried and cried to my friend, cried to my cousin, you know, we girls, when we end the relationship, when the relationship is ended, we'll beg you and beg you and beg you. And once we're done begging, let me tell you, my friend, you have lost. You are not gonna get another chance. Like, when we women, we are done begging, that's it. That's it. When she's done crying, that's it. You've lost her. You've lost her for good. She's gone. If it involved me begging you and, you know, I finally get over you and I'm done, like, nigga, I am done. Like, I am done. That's how girls we are. Like, guys will be, you know, they'll break up with you then, and they're like, yeah, they're excited, they want to move on, and then a few weeks down the line, they realize they're fucked up and they want to get back with you. And that's what he did. He came back to me like, you know, I was only joking. And I'm like, nigga, like, who breaks up with someone and then they say you were only joking? Like, who says that? You're playing with people's emotions, and that is fucked up. You know, that is so messed up. That he said, no, I was only joking. Why would you believe me? Do you know why he came back after I was finally I was talking to this other guy? You know, he saw that I was getting close and all that, and then he decided to make an appearance, as you do, you know. Yeah, baby, yada yada. He would, you know, talk to me. Then he's like, oh, I miss you. I was only joking. And then he would just call me. Why I didn't block his number, I do not know, because I think a part of me still wanted to talk to him, but then a part of me was like, I am done with your ass. So yeah, let's wrap this up. So obviously that's how he broke up with me, and was done, moved on, and all that stuff. Before I finished, guys, I was actually even thinking of moving in with this guy, because one time he told me that, oh, find a house, I'm moving with you, and I even got the process started. That's how much of a fool I was, and how much of what, you know, love can do. I don't know if it was love. It wasn't love, to be honest. If I look at it now, I don't think it was. It was just like I was excited to be in a relationship, thinking, yeah, you start playing house and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what we were doing. And yeah, that was my story of, you know, getting involved in somebody who's very toxic. They always talking about their ex-girlfriends, not over them. They're always checking your phone. Literally, actually, this is what I almost forgot to say. He had passwords to everything that I owned. Okay, he had a password to everything, and he never let me have a password to any of it. You know, like, come on. Yeah, he had a password to all my phone, my Facebook, I didn't have Instagram at the time. I don't know, I did, but he had thingies, and he would talk, like, if a guy messaged me on my Facebook, and, you know, I never used to respond, because obviously I was going out with him. But if a guy messaged me, he would respond on my behalf and pretend to be me, and then later on he would tell them that you're talking to her boyfriend, and it was just weird. And then when people who he knew would add me, he would like request, you know, decline, things like that. And now, guess what? He always, because obviously this guy, we have friends in common. Everywhere we go, and if I'm there, wherever he is, he can't wait to tell people that I am his ex-girlfriend. Everybody who he sees, or everyone who he thinks are getting close to me, or they have interest in me, he'll be like, yo, that's my ex. But I'm like, you know, that was like decades ago. Like, why are you still hung up on me? Why are you still telling people that I'm your ex? Like, man, move on. Like, why are you still talking about me? Why do you still want to, you know, attach me to your little history? Because to me, yes, you may be my ex, but you don't really count, because that relationship was only like, wow, 4 months. It didn't last that long. To this day, I'm telling you, he still claims that I'm his ex. Like, to everyone who he can tell, that I'm like, move on, leave me the hell alone, and stop telling everybody I'm your ex, because I don't want to be a part of you anymore. Like, I've moved on. I'm happy. I'm over here living my life, and you should be too. But yeah, guys, so I hope you really enjoyed that video. I hope you enjoyed the story. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Hopefully you're not going through the same situation. Don't let nobody take your passwords and whatnot. Like, you know, we need to respect privacy. Like, be in a relationship, but don't be like, oh, hey, I want your password. Like, what do you need to check for? You know, what do you want to see in that phone? That, you know, like, just trust your partner and allow them their privacy. If people are gonna hide stuff, they will hide it from you. I might give you my phone password, but guess what? If there was anything that I needed to hide, I'm gonna delete it. So why even bother? Okay, why even bother? Alright, so thank you so much for watching. But if you want to hear my Tinder date gone wrong story time, then make sure you hit this thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed below, and yeah, let's get the video to 100 likes. We can do this, guys. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye for now.